Hi guys, welcome back to J2WD tutorial. This is the 14th video tutorial of J2WD. The previous discussion we had selecting records from products table using JDBC API. Let's go and perform the all other operations. The other operations are like insert, update and delete. So by consolidating all these operations, select, insert and update and delete. So people will call it as CRUD operations. CRUD means create or insert, or means read a particular record or more records. U for update and D for delete. So these called as CRUD operations. So far we performed read operation, which is reading data from products table, and now we are going to perform all other operations like inserting a record in DB and updating a record in products table and deleting a particular record in products table, which we have the predefined queries over here, so we can reuse them in program, so it will avoid some time. So let's go and create a new file for inserting a record in products table. I'll name it as or add product. That makes more sense. So I'll be creating a class which is add product, where I'm creating main method. The steps are almost same. The basic JDBC connection steps are almost same, other than the insert queries and the result we are getting. Let's go and execute the insert operation now. The first step will be load driver class. For that, what we have to do, let me clear this console. Class star for name, we have to give the MySQL driver class, which is com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So as I mentioned, we should remember when you're writing any SQL programming which is JDBC API, you should make sure you should write try catch block and keep your code within try catch. So even if you forgot, the compiler will remind you, then you can add a try catch block, and that's good to have try catch blocks when you're writing SQL programming or IO programming also, which is required to have try catch blocks. So the second step will be creating connection object. Connection con is equal to driver. Let me import this SQL connection manager dot get connection. So let me give URL JDBC database is MySQL, followed by the host, localhost, and the port, which is 3306, followed by our DB name. What is the DB? It's a product DB. So we have prepared our connection URL. Now we have to give username and password. This is the DB password. So now we prepared the connection object. The next step will be we have to create a statement object. Statement st is equal to connection dot create statement. Let me import the statement. Statement is also from java.sql. So now I have statement object is available. The next step will be we need to perform the insert operation over here. Let's go and perform that. Insert row in products table. Insert or add or insert, you can say anything. st dot execute query we have used for selecting queries, and now we're doing some modification within database, so I'm using execute update. Execute update is actually taking SQL string and it will actually return int value, which is about the number of rows are affected. The int will refer as how many rows it is affected. Let me use this method. Now I'll keep my insert query. What are the insert query we have here? Let me copy and use it here. The same insert query I'm using in JDBC program. So what is the return type for this? It's a int. Rows affected. You can see how many number of rows are affected with this insert query. And now I have done with the code. Let me execute this code and print out this result. Sys out rows inserted. Obviously it's a 1 because we just gave one insert query. If you are using any batch or something, so you can expect more number of results that are expected. Execute update is actually used for inserting a record or even for performing all other operations like update and delete. So let's get execute this program. We can see the result now. And so far we have only one record within which is in product, which is 1001. Let me modify this to 2 and pencil. What is the code? It's a code. We can give it as pencil and the quantity you can mention as 10. The price we can give it as 2.50. Let me have this record like this. So far we have only one record. Let me execute this program. We can see how many records are inserted and how the results will be. It's actually connecting to database and we got an error which is product code data too long for column product code. Oh, because we cannot give more than three characters, as by this product code is actually allows only 3 characters. I gave more than 3. Let me give pencil PCL. So these are, you'll be getting errors if you're giving any invalid data. if database is, in our case, in this case product code, if you're giving more than 3 characters, this is actually throwing error, sufficient reasonable error, saying data too long for column product code. If you see the product code column, here it is having only 3 characters. We should make sure we should give the 3 character length only. So let me rerun this program. Now the record got inserted and we got result as 1, because the execute update will return how many rows or number of records are affected within the database. It's affected only one record because we passed only one insert query. And let me go to the database and verify whether that record is available or not. See, we got 102 record got added in our case, and its a quantity is 10 and price is 2.50, which we mentioned in the insert query. So these are we can able to perform update operation, and let me perform all other operations like update and delete. Suppose let me comment out this code. I just want to perform update operation here. What I'm doing is I have 2 records. I just want to modify this pencil record, which is 1002. I just want to rename this PCL to PEC. I just want to product code, I just want to change it. I don't want this PCL. I just want to PEC so that it will be good for me. So these update query I'm writing, and what this does is the second record, because we are choosing second record. For second record, I just want to change PCL to PEC, and if you want to change price also, we can change it. The price, I want to increase the price to 5.0. So these my update query. I just want to execute this update query in database so that the price and product code will update. Let me write that query. What I have to do is st.execute update. Just give the query whatever you prepared in database. So now I'm doing is updating product table, set product code to PEC, whatever the product code previous we have. I don't mind. I just want to set it to product code as PEC, and the price I'm setting to 5.0 instead of 2.0, and I'm choosing the second product, which is this one. So even if you perform the operation here, that does the same, but I'm doing using JDBC API. So let me save this. How many rows are affected? Now it's updated. Let me run this code. See, number of rows are updated 1. Let's go and run the select query. We'll see the result, like product code should be PEC and the price will be 5.0 for second record. We'll run the select query now. See, the details are changed. PEC and price is 5.0. So these are we can able to perform update operation. Now we can do the other operation, which is delete. These also, here also we are using the same statement of execute update, and it will return the integer value. Execute update. I'm giving the delete query. Let me delete the second record, as we are having the SQL query prepared here and just using the same query. Or if you want, you can delete the first one also. there's no issues. Let me delete the first record, and I'm printing rows deleted as result in console. So now I'm deleting the first record. As we are mentioning here, we're deleting the first record, which is pen record we are deleting. And now we have both the records. If you're running the select query, we have both the records in database. And let me execute this program, and we'll see the first record will be deleted. Run the code. See, one row got deleted. Let me see it in table. There is no pen record, it's got deleted. So if you run this program again, then you will be getting, so because there is no records are available, right? If you are running on one more time this program, we'll see whether what kind of result it will throw. Because the record is not there in database, it will clearly mention there's no records are available with this, and because of that 0 rows are affected. So it is trying to get this record with the 1001. There is no record is available in database, so it's telling 0 rows are affected. There's no problem you're just getting 0 records updated because the rows are not available. If it is there, then it will actually delete that record. So these are we can perform CRUD operations in database using JDBC API. So far we have seen the statement query, how we can actually use it for performing CRUD operations. Instead of making this add product, let me rename this class as more sensible. Just want to rename this product CRUD. So it have so meaningful. So in this program only, I supposed to create a new class for each one, but it's making more time waste because these 3 steps every time we have to repeat, and we have to write this statement alone is differing. That is the reason I covered all of them in this file itself. So these about performing the CRUD operations. The first one will be, first you have to prepare the SQL queries and try to execute in your database like how we did here. Just prepare your SQL queries whether they are syntactically correct or not. If you're having any syntactical issues, and here the database will show you the syntactical issues instead of identifying the issues in database. Suppose if your values is a predefined keyword and into is a predefined keyword, that's the reason it is showing special special color for those keywords. If I delete if I modify this, so it is clearly telling it's error. So syntactical errors you can identify using database itself. You don't need to copy blindly write the queries in SQL in JDBC program, and you don't need to avoid those issues. So syntactical issues, it's good to prepare your query within database console, and if you use the same query in programming, that will actually saves a lot of time. So far we have seen the CRUD operations. Now we're going to a step ahead, and we are actually performing the insert operations or update operations or delete operations a bit better way.